Tell me again how you say your last name.
Muñiz.
Muñiz. Muñiz. So Eugene Muñiz.
Muñiz.
And you were born what year and where were you born?
I was born in 1919 in Lonely Springs, Colorado. That's about, maybe 45 miles from here on east on Highway 96.
Okay, so out towards the plains.
Yes.
Yeah. How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had 5 brothers, two sisters and 2 brothers.
And where are you in the order?
Top.
On the top.
I got all the work.
All the work and none of the reward?
Well, not too many.
So tell me a little bit about growing up. What did you do? What was it like growing up? In 1919 you were born. So assuming you were on a farm working out there?
No, my dad farmed.
Okay.
So that's where I lived.
You lived on the farm with your siblings?
And when we got old enough to even drive a team, we got working. At 8 years old, they had you driving a team out there.
At 8 years old, you started working, helping out on the farm. And then, as the oldest, was there more responsibility for you to take the lead in the family as siblings?
Right.
All
and
right.
after that, in 1930, my mother died. And that's when everything stopped being good. From there on, we suffered a lot.
So what happened? Can I ask what happened?
I have no idea.
Okay, she just, yeah.
I never talked too much about it, so I don't know.
Okay, and you said it got harder then. Because that was during what we call the Depression now, right?
Just a little before the Depression.
And so, but it just got harder. What happened? Tell me about your brothers and sisters. Like, what are?
My dad's mother, which was our grandmother, she took care of us.
Okay, your dad's mother.
Till my father married my aunt. I think about in 1933, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So then it changed again.
And
got a little bit better.
And helped raise everybody. So then you helped out with the farm, and then as the oldest, I'm sure you carried more responsibility. But are all your siblings still here in Colorado, or do they all stay around?
No, I only have a sister right down.
Okay.
In Pueblo here. The rest of them died.
Okay.
And all that time I was going to school.
Okay.
And then 1938 I graduated from high school in Crowley.
All right.
And then my dad from Ordway, he went to Sugar City and bought a farm over there. And we moved over there.
So after you graduated from high school, so what's your best memory from high school?
That I didn't like it.
That you didn't like? That's your best memory?
Well, I mean, that's the truth.
That's right. I used to be a principal, so that hurts my feelings. We tried to make it happen. So.
Oh, well, how many more didn't like it?
Most didn't. I didn't even like it, and that's so it made sense for me to become a principal. But so after you didn't like it at all, then you moved out to.
No, I liked it up there.
Yep. Okay.
I liked it in Sugar City.
And so you were 19 then at that point, or 18?
Somewhere around there. Because I graduated in 1938, I think.
Okay, 38. And at that time, obviously our country was in a depression and war was looming. Well, Europe already was about to start. So when were you called into service?
1942, I think it's January.
Well,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and by the way,
February.
February. Yeah, you were. Yeah, it looks like you were February here.
It's on the discharge.
Oh, that's right. So, and then you went into, now, let me ask you, did you meet your wife before you went into the service?
No, afterwards.
Afterwards, okay. So then...
between the time I graduated and went to the Army, I worked in the farm 1 year, and then I went to the CC camps for See, 6 months.
Okay.
And then I come out for a while and worked, helped my dad on the farm. Then I went back to the CC camps in 1941.
Okay.
That's when they had Pearl Harbor. Remember December 7th?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was the CC camp right here in Burtmere.
How did you hear about December 7th?
Well, we heard it right there in the CC camp.
So they announced it right there.
We heard it right away.
So before you went into the Army, what did you do for fun before you had to go to war? What did you do for fun back in 1938, 39?
Well, I worked on the farm.
That was fun.
Well, no, in a way yes, in a way no, because farming is hard work.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to get up early and feed your stock. If you had cows, we had to milk them.
Yeah.
And that's a 7-day chore twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not easy on the farm.
No. Yeah. So no, you didn't have any girlfriends or anything like that back then? No. Not that you want to admit.
I was kind of shy.
You were shy.
Yes.
I find that hard to believe.
Why not?
Because you're not shy right now.
Well, that's different. See, I was out on the farm. See, we never got to town very often.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to meet too many people.
So then going into the Army was a big change because that's all
Quite
you
a
were.
bit.
So why did you choose the Army?
I didn't choose it.
They chose you.
They told me you go to the Army.
Okay.
I got drafted.
Okay. And then where did you serve then?
From here they sent us to Camp Roberts, California.
Mm-hmm.
And we stayed there, I think, till March. And then we went overseas to Australia. Landed in Australia, I think it was May the 23rd.
Okay.
In Adelaide, Australia, the southern part of Australia.
Okay.
And that was another rude awakening, because on the ship, we still had a bed and hot meals twice a day, but we had hot meals. When we got off the boat that night, we got off the boat about, say 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
They put us on trucks and took us down to the camp. I don't know where it was. And the first thing they done when we got off the truck, they told us, here's where you're going to live for a while. And then they threw us a mattress cover. And there was a pile of straw. They says, go fill that. That's going to be your mattress for the duration here.
So just a mattress
Full of straw.
which made you want to get back on the boat, I would imagine.
And then we had to go and start our fire in the camp. And they gave us, for sandwiches, I think it was cheese and lamb sandwiches.
And that was your standard food?
No, well, different kinds of food, but I mean that night.
Yeah.
After we got there, it was early in the morning.
Holy man.
Instead of breakfast, that's what they gave us.
Which is then you knew you were somewhere else.
Yeah, we did.
Now, did all your... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And that southern part of Australia, so right by the coast of the South Pole.
Mm-hmm.
And that is cold. That is cold country. We had to pull guard, I think, for 2 weeks at a time. 2 hours on, 2 hours off.
All right.
We never took our clothes off for a week. That's no lie. I'll tell you.
I believe you. I believe you. And like when we were talking before, it's things that I can't.
But see, when I was on duty, we slept in pup tents. One soldier carries half the pup tent, and the other soldier carries the other half. So we just crawled in there the best we could.
Yeah. Did you did any of your siblings or friends get drafted as well?
None of my friends were there.
Okay. Okay. So you,
We had a lot of people from Alamosa and that country
yeah.
were going there when I was drafted.
And so living in the pup tents, now this is 1943, I
42.
think. 42. So this was in the height of the Pacific Theater fight. This was right in the middle of the height of 1942 Battle of Coral Sea, a number of significant
that's
battles.
when we was going across.
So you were in Coral Sea. You were part of that conflict. Because that's also Battle of Midway's in there. A number of turning points were happening at that time too.
Yes.
But we were, and I'm trusting you to help me remember because I just studied it. But we were losing the Pacific Theater at that time until Midway and Coral Sea. And you were in the middle of that.
Right.
I can't even begin to imagine what that would be like.
Well, it was hard. It's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, from Adelaide, Australia, it took us to Newcastle for training. We stayed there till, in the meantime, while I was in Australia, training in Newcastle, our company, they sent 2 platoons to with the Air Force. I don't know what for.
Mm-hmm.
As a detail or something. I
Yeah.
don't remember doing anything there. Just staying around, but then we come back to our company, and then as that other part of September, they sent us to New Guinea. I was in the 32nd Division.
Okay. And this was in preparation for, because if I remember the timeline, and if I'm wrong, you correct me. So the assault on the Philippines is looming.
No,
Not yet. That was before that.
See, the Japanese were already fighting in New Guinea.
Oh, okay.
And we were going as an invasion force, trying to get them out. And that's when we started marching across the island. We marched for September, October. From September, last part of September to December the 20th, we marched all the time. Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting and marching. And most of the time we didn't have enough to eat. The only thing we carried mostly was ammunition and hand grenades, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because your clothing in that climate doesn't last. Your leather shoes don't last.
Just all the humidity and all the,
Pardon?
just the climate wears all your clothes.
And then they had, they call them drop centers. Everyone's, you'd have to go from one drop center to another one if you could. That's where you picked up ammunition, clothing, and food, whatever was available. Sometimes there was food, sometimes there wasn't. So you just made do.
Yeah.
And during that stretch, the only time we had, well, I'd say hot food, we hit a Japanese encampment, and they was having supper there. So whatever they had there to eat that was warm, that's what we ate. But we never ate a hot meal or took a bath, and all the time I was up there. But it rained like hell every day.
Really?
About 2 o'clock, you could set your clock by it.
Not at all like Colorado here, huh?
This was downpour every day.
Yeah.
You'd be going down the gully, and if you don't get out, there'd come a wall of water at you, because it started to rain.
Yeah.
And at night, a lot of times, there was no dry ground to sleep on, so bamboos, we bent them over and slept on top of bamboos to stay off the wet ground.
Huh. And
No covering, no nothing. Just throw your body on there and sleep.
And all the while, just pushing through New Guinea.
Just pushing. Till December, before the December the 20th, we hit a big force of Japanese, and we were in circles. Well, not in circles, we were stopped. And we were fighting close battles. You know, I got hit with a hand grenade.
You got hit with a hand grenade?
Yes. And I was unconscious for, I say about 10 days. The only time I remember was when they were evacuating me. I kind of come to for a while. Then I don't remember anything else till I was on a Red Cross boat going to Australia, to the hospital. And the nurse says, we saved him. Because I had malaria pretty badly and yellow jaundice.
So Eugene, you survived a grenade explosion, malaria, and transport to Australia.
And yellow jaundice.
So, and I'm not trying to be, you shouldn't be here, but you are.
Do what?
You shouldn't be here, but you
Why?
are.
There's a man upstairs that took care of him.
All right. Wow. So you were in Australia recovering.
And then after I recovered, they sent me back to my unit. I was still walking with a cane.
Yeah.
So they sent me on the R&R. I went to Sydney, Australia. And there I caught malaria again. So they sent me to an Australian hospital till I recovered. And then come back to Sydney, and I stayed in Army headquarters there for a while. And then, sorry.
No, don't.
Sorry.
They sent you back?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They sent me back to Australia again. I mean, not Australia, New Guinea. Then I was with and that's when I was with the Amphibious Training Center.
Okay.
And we had a motor pool and demonstrating the procedures to get off your boat, get on assault boats, and then land.
So you were part of that training process?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'd done that for quite a while till they got ready for invasions of the Philippines.
So your job was helping prep then?
Pardon?
Your job was to help prepare the landing forces now that we're going
Right.
to go to the Philippines.
Right.
Did that happen?
Pardon?
Did they? So where were you when when the war ended?
See, just before, when it was getting ready to invade the Philippines, I had enough combat points to come to the States.
Okay.
So that's when I come to the States in, I don't know, I think in March or February of 45.
Okay. I was preparing for you to tell me that you were part of the. You went through New Guinea, then they sent you back to New Guinea. I thought you were going to tell me then you were part of the next, but you earned enough combat points to finally come stateside.
Well, I was in the invasion force, but like I say, when it was getting ready to go to the Philippines, one morning they said, "Do you have enough points to go back to the States?" So that's all of it. Then I got this. I didn't get discharged. I was in. They sent us home, but we was on call to go back.
Right.
We had to report every week to Denver. And
Just
then
in case.
Finally, in May, they discharged us. That was in 1945.
And we had, I mean, we will take pictures of this, but we've got your Purple Heart certificate, your orders, your discharge papers, and I believe you have a Medal of Honor on top of that, right?
Pardon?
You have a Congressional Medal of Honor. You have?
No.
No, this the Purple Heart for sure.
And the Bronze Star.
The Bronze Star. That's what I meant.
It's on the back of that discharge.
Oh, there we are.
There's just a little piece of paper.
So you, for what it's worth,
Pardon?
for what it's worth, Eugene, on behalf of a bunch of us who were never there, but are reaping the rewards of what you did. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. So you were. So where were you when the Pacific Theater came to a close? World War II ended.
I was home.
You were home, discharged.
Yes.
So looking forward to some hopefully more happy times.
Well, yes, there were better times.
So tell me what happened then. So the war's over. You've experienced more in that than I will ever experience. You have some hats here too.
Pardon?
You have some hats here too
Yeah.
from that period, right?
Right.
Can I see those?
Pardon?
Can I see those? These are all your hats,
Yes.
and they are. I'll tell you
You
what.
got the World War II,
These are so your Bronze Star.
Bronze Star, Purple Heart, and another one from World War II.
All right. Well, so now you're home. What happens next?
Well, I stayed around home and worked there, and then I worked in a sugar mill. And in 1949, I started to work at the Bravery Army depot.
Okay. And did somewhere along the line did any lady steal your heart in here?
Pardon?
Some lady steal your heart in here somewhere?
That was in 1946.
So
45.
what happened there? Tell me how you met.
Well, I knew, we knew with the family all the time.
Yep.
But see, in 1945, we was working in a sugar mill. She was working in one department as where they boil the sugar beets
Okay.
to extract the sugar.
Yep.
They call them the noodle factory. And then I was working on a centrifugal force, brown sugar machines. So I'd go over there and eat her lunch, and then eat mine. That's how we met.
Wait, did I hear you correctly? You ate her lunch
And ate mine.
and then ate yours. I never even thought of that as a way to meet someone, but
No, I knew her already. But she was a young girl when I went to the Army.
yep.
So we got married. That was in 45, October, November, December. February the 2nd of 1946, we got married.
All right.
Right away.
Right away.
She says, I want to marry you, so I could back out.
She frightened you into marriage, is what you just said. So she said yes, and she chose you. And you're both working at the mill, at the sugar beet. Yeah. So now, so as you're working there, you said something earlier when we just met that one of your desires was that you would be able to stay home and raise a family.
Right.
And you were able to make that happen. How many kids did you have?
We had 4. One of them died when he was a young boy, 7 years old.
I'm sorry.
So I made that just 3 more.
All right. Tell me about your kids.
Now they're all wonderful kids.
Yep.
They probably didn't like me when I was growing up because I was kind of strict with them, but they turned out good.
Yep. And you had two boys and a girl, correct?
No, 2 girls and a boy.
2 girls and a boy. Okay. All right. And are they all still in Colorado here somewhere, or?
My son and my daughter's here, and another one in Denver.
In Denver. Okay. But so you told me you worked not only just your regular job, but you did a number of other jobs to help What's your wife's name?
Alice.
Alice. All right. So Alice chose you. You were married. You couldn't back out, and then you had 3 kids and worked. What else? What other jobs did you do to help raise them?
I worked construction, and I worked bartending most of the time.
Okay.
And I worked at the ordnance as a carpenter maintenance. Then I detailed with the plumbers, electricians, truck driver, and I was a bus driver. I drove a bus from Orby to the Army depot for 3 years.
All right. So you did a little of it. You just did a lot of everything.
Yeah. Well, everything I could make a dollar on, I worked.
And
Fork operator, I was a fork operator too.
so, like I said earlier, what have you not done? That probably is a shorter list, but
I don't know. I tried everything.
yeah. And then, so you retired when?
1975,
And you and your wife have been married how long?
72 years.
So when she chose you, she meant it for a long time.
That's right.
So what are some of your fondest memories of Alice and you?
Well, we had a good life.
Yep.
I can't complain. We had a good life. Sometimes we suffered a little, but we went through it, everything. And we're still here.
Yeah. So, we got a couple young guys here that are, well, like we talked about, our government workers. They don't really work that hard. Yeah. So, what would you advise these? What advice would you give these young guys based on everything you've learned? Because now you've experienced more in a lifetime.
Well, don't be afraid of work and stay out of trouble.
Yep.
That's all. I can't tell you anything else.
Don't be afraid of work and stay out.
You make your own life.
Yeah.
If you don't value your own life, forget it.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you. Because nobody's going to help you. If you choose to do something, nobody's going to stop you because you're going to work around it. So you better choose the right road to go down.
Yeah. And earlier you said, and I chose to be my kid's parent, not their friends, right? We were talking about that. That you parented them.
Yes, sir.
So, now you showed me this though. So, had you not shown me this, I have this image of you as this hardworking, fair but strict, sacrificial man.
Right.
But then you draw.
Oh, that's a pastime, sketching like that.
So we'll put some of these pictures in there. But this is just a pastime you do for.
That's a pastime.
All right. And just enjoy doing that. And again, the variety here is amazing to me.
Well, blame that guy over there.
Blame your son?
Yeah.
So, what did he do wrong? He got you drawing?
Well, he brings stuff that wants me to draw.
All right.
So
you do
I
it.
go ahead and draw some.
Well, again, we'll put some of these. We'll take some pictures of these, but they run from the comical, my favorite, the pooper scooper, to some amazing detail on old cars.
That's a 23, supposed to be a 23 Ford. That's about a 1917. In fact, there was a movie from Mexico the other day. The Junior was showing you, John was showing you. They had trucks almost like that. Right. Almost exactly like that. I drew the...
Yeah, down to the...
Yeah, but I drew the wheels all are whack. See that one?
Yeah.
Whack? This one comes the other way. They're old cars, so I just drove that way.
But then we have this one, but then you have
Corvette.
your dream car, Corvette.
Well, it's not my dream car. I never had a dream car.
Never? All right.
First car I had was a Model A.
A Model A? Really?
1930 Model A with a rumble seat. I paid $105 for it. That's when I went to the CC camps.
Oh, all right.
I was paying $5 a month on it.
I can't even imagine that.
Well, at one time I remember gas was 7 cents a gallon. That's when it was on the farm, 7 cents a gallon. Delivered.
Wow. I can't even imagine that.
Now you can't even pay the tax on a gallon of gas.
So what do you do for fun here now?
Play poker.
Play poker?
Talk to the guys around there.
Yeah.
Watch the damn music there, go down and watch the music.
Yeah. So, and again, I think you are one of the most, just in my brief meeting with you, quiet kind of men, but you've done some extraordinary things.
Yeah, I don't know if they're extraordinary or not, but
They are. I'm not gonna let you wiggle out of that. They are extraordinary, and something of which you should be very proud. And I wish Alice was here because I would love to get the truth about everything from her. So, but if you had one moment in your life where you go, this is when I was the most proud, what would it be?
oh, yeah.
You could think about it for a second.
The most proud when I first started was getting married,
Yeah.
then raising my children.
Yeah.
Which kept me occupied for a long time.
Well, you're obviously very proud of them, but the fact that when we asked to spend some time with you, they were excited that we would talk to you because I think they're proud of you too. Okay, you have to trust me on that one. But anything else that memory-wise or that pops out for you? Because you, like I said, even you said you had a Model A.
Right.
That means you saw, if I'm right, you saw horse and buggy too.
Well, yeah, when I was on the farm, I remember going from the farm to Aldi in a buggy.
Yeah.
And we went to school on horseback a lot of times too. See, when I first started school, we lived in the district that they call Numa. It's a farming area. And the schools all had barns in the back.
Mm-hmm. Because people
would drive the buggies up there or ride horses and to keep them there during the daytime. They'd drive them back home at night. That was very common to see people going up and down with buggies then.
And they go from that to, you got to go from that to regular space travel.
Oh, not right away.
No. No, not right away, but you've seen all that.
You saw that car there, don't you? That car in the back?
This one?
Yeah, something like that. My dad had an old car, something like that. Only older.
Only older.
But see, the cab was built like a buggy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah. So they just literally stuck a buggy on some wheels.
Yeah, right. That's what they looked like. Them old ones. Not like that one. That was the modern one compared to the rest.
No, you were showing me in here.
Well, I think that was
That was...
There was more built something like the old, that's the breakfast time.
That's You thought that was breakfast?
Yeah, I was having breakfast that morning. I didn't know what to do, so right there. That's
So
when the skid step.
we got a puppy. Well, well, and again, I know I appreciate you taking time to
Thank you.
talk with us and just share a little bit of your story. Again, you've done extraordinary things, but we are in a room inheriting your efforts.
Okay.
You understand that, right? You were inheriting your efforts, and we'll do our best not to mess it up.
Okay.
Deal? So,
Everything's all right.
yeah.
I appreciate you guys doing it.
Oh, no. And like you said, Alice is not here in rehab, but we expect to see her soon here.
Right.
Good.
We'll hope by Friday or this weekend she'll be home.
Yeah. Well, 73 years, that's
Long time.
amazing.
That's older than you, huh?
I'm 72, so not too much. Well, earlier you said that you were 56 years old, so yeah.
56?
That's what you told me. You were 56 when I came in here. I asked how old you were. You said 56. Yeah.
Well, I was just stretching the truth a little bit.
Well, and again, 72 years is you don't even hear that anymore, you know.
Well, it's getting rougher and rougher all the time. Not getting any better, I'll guarantee you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You mean marriage, not you and Alice?
No, me.
Oh.
For me.
It's not getting easier for you?
No, I had a lot of aches and pains now. I might look all right, but I'm not.
Well, you're very engaging and you're very sharp and your memories are.
See, in Spanish they have a saying that the cáscara or the palo, that means this. What would you say? The skin. Your skin takes care of your body or something like that. The outside takes care of your inside.
Yep.
Which is true.
Yep.
But still, your skin is going to hell.
So what was the Spanish phrase again?
The cáscara or the palo.
Palo.
Palo means a tree or something like that.
Okay.
The cáscara means a bark. See how the trees.
So the bark kind of covers the tree.
Right.
All right.